Local trade still on the hunt for lost gains this morning. The JSE was weaker yesterday with global peers mixed as investors remained cautious while awaiting the conclusion of the U.S. Federal Reserve policy meeting. Head of Equity Research at FNB Wealth and Investments, Chantal Marx, joins us now to look at the markets. Good morning, Chantal. First, we start, as we always do, with the overview of how the local index is faring after what seems to be a volatile start.
Yes, so the last few days have been really tough on the local equity markets, or the last few trading days at least. But this morning looks a little bit better. The market has started on a positive note. It seems to be driven by a rebound in the resources counters, particularly the platinum stocks, starting off on the front foot this morning. And then also some support from Naspers and Prosus after a decent performance from Tencent overnight. On the negative front, though, Richemont is weighing on the JSE this morning as Swiss watch export data there dragging on that stock price.
Well, the focus today, Chantal, on the consumer price index by Stats SA. What are we likely to hear from that data ahead of the MPC interest rate decision?
So we expect a tick up in inflation, but it's not anything to be overly stressed about. The main reason why we're going to see a tick up in inflation is because of monthly survey data or yearly survey data that's going to come through in this specific release. Specifically, we're looking for medical insurance data that doesn't get remeasured every month, but that is going to be in this specific number. So we expect to tick up to between 5.5 and 5.6% year on year and about 1% on a monthly basis. And then towards the rest of the year, we would expect that to gradually come down.
All right, let's go then to South 32. They've withdrawn guidance from Australia Manganese as it assesses cyclone damage. Help us make sense of those developments.
Yes, so there has been a cyclone that has impacted operations at the Australian Manganese business or mine. And a couple of days ago, they did say that this was an issue and that they've suspended production. And obviously the damage has been quite substantial because they've decided that they won't be able to meet the numbers that they gave to the market the last time they made forecasts around production for those mines. So Australian Manganese accounts for about 7.5% of South 32's revenue, so it is quite meaningful, but we wouldn't expect a delay for the full period. Obviously, it will have an impact on results, but we would expect them to get up and running there as soon as they possibly can.
All right, let's round things off then with Unilever. They're planning to spin off their ice cream unit into a standalone business. The Consumer Goods Group announcing this new cost savings program and 7,500 job cuts. Your assessment of this decision?
Yes. So Unilever has been underperforming the rest of the consumer staples businesses or the global consumer staples businesses for quite some time. And they've recently had a change at the helm, so it is quite natural that they're going to change their approach and their strategy. The spin-off of the ice cream business is in line with what Nestlé did a few years ago, and it makes sense for them because if you consider where Unilever is playing and the types of products that they produce and sell, like Pond's and Vaseline and things like that, ice cream doesn't really fit in there. The main ice cream brands for them is Ben & Jerry's as well as Magnum, and it's going to be a separate business. In terms of the job cuts, I think there's been a lot of pressure from shareholders who have been very disappointed in the performance of the business to cut costs and to improve profitability. So not entirely surprising either. The share price reacted quite positively, but I do think that the sheer amount of job cuts will perhaps spook individuals as shareholders are actually quite comfortable with that.
All right, Chantal Marx, thank you very much for talking to us this morning. Appreciate you. Have a great day.